पौष शुद्ध द्वितीया दिनांक 20 डिसेंबर 2017 चरक चिकित्सा स्थान अध्याय 17 एकाश्वास चिकित्सा सूत्र क्रमांक 1 शंखं चक्रं जलौकान् ददतमृतघटं चारुदौर्भिश्चतुर्भिः सूक्ष्मस्वच्छातिरुद्यांशुकपरिविलसन् मौलिमम्भोजनेत्रं कालाम्भोदोज्ज्वलाङ्गं कटितटविलसच्चारुपीताम्बराढ्यं वन्दे धन्वन्तरिं निखिलगदवनप्रौढदावाग्निलीलम् ब्रह्मणो हि समारब्धा मात्रेयाद्येषु पूजिताम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् आयुर्वेदरतं वन्दे माधवाख्यं महागुरुम् आयुर्वेदामृतं सर्वं शिष्येभ्यो यः प्रदत्तवान् द्रष्टाज्ञानी दृष्टकर्मा कृतकर्मा तथैव च अध्यापकोऽभिषक्श्रेष्ठो महान् संशोधकस्तथा गुणैरेतैः समुदितैः यत्कार्यं प्रतनोति सः संवृद्ध्यर्थं हि कार्यस्य वयं नु प्रयतामहे सरस्वत्यै नमो यस्याः प्रसादात् पुण्यकर्मभिः बुद्धिदर्पणसङ्क्रान्तं जगदध्यक्षमीक्षते आत्रेयं प्रथमं वन्दे आयुर्वेदजगद्गुरुम् आयुर्वेदामृतं सर्वं गृहीत्वा हि सुरेश्वरात् अग्निवेशादिकेभ्यो यत् प्रयच्छत् मुनिसत्तमः प्रथमं तन्त्रकर्तारम् अग्निवेशं नमाम्यहम्। अद्य बुधवासरः अथवा सौम्यवासरः पौष शुद्ध द्वितीया दिनांक 20 डिसेंबर 2017 चरक चिकित्सा स्थान अध्याय 17 सूत्र क्रमांक 1 सप्तदशोऽध्यायः अथातो हिक्काश्वासचिकित्सितं व्याख्यास्यामः इति अस्मः भगवान् आत्रेयः। पाण्डुरोगकारणत्वात् हिक्काश्वासयोः पाण्डुरोगानन्तरम् अभिधानं यथा पाण्डुरोगः कारणं हिक्काश्वासयोः अतः पाण्डुरोगात् अनन्तरं हिक्काश्वासयोः अभिधानम् इति चक्रपाणिदत्तः विवृणोति। पाण्डुरोगात् विषाच्चैव प्रवर्तेते गदविभो. So these originate from Panduroga and Visha. हिक्काश्वासौ च समानकारणचिकित्सितत्वात् एकाध्याये एव उक्तौ। यतः तयोः उभयोरपि कारणम् एकमेव चिकित्सितमपि एकमेव तस्मात् हिक्काश्वासौ एकस्मिन्नेव अध्याये मुनिना प्रतिपादितौ। So due to same reason and same kind of treatment, these have been explained in one chapter by Muni. वेदलोकार्थ तत्वज्ञम् आत्रेयं ऋषिमुत्तमम् अपृच्छत् संशयं धीमान् अग्निवेशः कृताञ्जलि. So वेदलोकार्थ तत्वज्ञम्. Now there are varieties of adjectives given particular to Atreya. माझे ते हे पद मिळतात का बघे सापडले. And this is one of the adjective Veda Lokartha Tatvajnam. So Veda Loka Artha Tatvajnam. So Vedartha Tatvajnam, Lokartha Tatvajnam. So one who knows both the Laukika and the Vaidika Artha and Tattva. The principle behind that maybe in this is missing. What is happening? Rushimuttamam, and he is best sage. Apruchat samshayam dhiman agniveshaha Kutanjali. So dhiman agnivesha, so he is having very good intellect. That agnivesha asked for his doubt. य इमे द्विविधाः प्रोक्तास्त्रिविधाः दोष त्रिप्रकोपणाः रोगा नानात्मकास्तेषां कस्को भवति दुर्जयः. So they have said about two types of diseases. Tridoshaः triprakopanāः. Those are involving three doshas and having prakopa of all doshas, triprapopana. I don't know what's happening. So the audio connection is getting lost many times, and I've changed the setting now. Hopefully it works. Roga nanatmakaha. So there are varieties of diseases having varieties of characteristics as such. Kasko bhavati durjaya. So which are durjaya, very difficult to treat or conquer. Agniveshasya tadvakyam shrutva matimatam varaha uvacha paramapritaha paramartham vinishchayam. So after listening to Agnivesha, matimatam varaha, so one Agnivesha he said Dhiman, and now he says Atreya matimatam vara, so is supreme among intellectual persons. Paramapritaha, and having utmost love for Agnivesha. Paramartha Vinishchaya. He says about the Paramartha Vinishchaya. Kamam pranahara roga bahavo natute tatha yatha shvasascha hikkacha prananashu nikruntataha. So there are varieties of pranahara roga which you deprive you of the prana. Meaning like that, bahavaha. But they are not comparable with hikka and shvasa. Shvatha shvasascha hikkacha. But these are most prominent diseases, and as they deprive you of the prana, no other disease deprives you of the prana. अन्यैरपि उपसृष्टस्य रोगैर्जन्तोः पृथग्विधैः अन्ते सञ्जायते श्वासो वा तीव्रवेदना. And in other diseases also, suffering from varieties of diseases, ante sanjayate hikka. In the end, there is hikka, shvasova tivra vedana, or there is shvasa having tivra vedana. So this is very commonly seen, and generally there is a mahashvasa in the end of everybody's life. Most of the people die like that. And then, though this is Rishtalakshanatmaka or something like that, and people generally don't survive after that. So I have seen many patients dying in this particular way. Vaidikam laukikam cha artha tattvam janati iti veda lokartha tattvajnah. So not only the Vaidika artha tattva, but also the Laukika artha tattva. So he knows how to tackle the patients, etc. And not really engaged only in philosophy like that. द्विविधा इति सामान्य असामान्य भेदेन किम मृदुदारुण भेदेन then निज अनिज भेदेन च. So he explains about two categories of diseases, Samanya and Asamanya. Might have said Vishesha or something like that. Mrudu Daruna, Nija and Agantu Vedena, but he said Nija and Anija or something like that. Vidosha iti Vatadevi Pruthak Lingitairva, Pruthak Militairva. So separately or together, Triprakopana iti Asatma Indriyat, okay. Sanyoga Pranama Pradna Parada Karanakaha. So I was a bit confused about this Tridosha and Triprakopana or something like that. So involvement of three doshas and three kinds of positive factors. Asat Nindriyata Sanyoga Parinama Pradnyaparada. Kamam Viti Anumato Bahavaha Iti Jwara Shankhaka Rohinyadayaha. So he says about the Jwara Shankhaka and Rohini. These are again dangerous diseases. Jwara is in the beginning of life and at the end of the life. And Shankaka Rohini both are creating death. यथा श्वासश्च हिक्का च इति अनेन शीघ्रं प्राणहारित्वं हिक्काश्वासयोर्दर्शयति. So they instantaneously take away the pranas. अन्ते इति मरणसमये सञ्जायति इति अवश्यं हिक्काश्वासयोः अन्यतरो जायते. So one of these definitely happens at the end of life by any other disease as well. कफवातात्मकौ हेतौ पित्तस्थानसमुद्भवो हृदयस्य रसादीनां धातूनां चोपशोषणम्. In Vatarakta Adhyay started as after doing Agnihotra, Atreya just seated and Agnivesha asked about Vatarakta. So that means in Vatarakta is cured by Agnihotra. Vaidya Mehta in his lecture. तीव्र वेदना हे हिक्का श्वास यांचे विशेषण आहे की हिक्का श्वास व तीव्र वेदना या तीन पैकी एकांत समय एक अंत समाई होते. Now hikka is strilingi and shwasova tivra vedana, so it goes well with shwasa, and generally it is seen that the vedana is associated with shwasa, not really with hikka. But we can do linga parivartana, hikka va tivra vedana or something like that. But I think it's better to do it with this. And as regards Vinod Dombe's comment put by Vaibhav Mehta in his lecture. So Agnihotra, he has finished, and then Agnivesha asked or something like that. So it might be possible. Generally, Vijwaram Punarvasum, when he asking about Jwara, he is saying Vijwara. Agnivesha is calling Atreya as Vijwara or something like that. Not the adjective is like that. So it might be said that it is Agnihotra has this effect particularly for Vatarakta as such. But every time you may not be able to reconnect it like that. But anyway, this can be one of the adjectives that one may try to remember. And if we collect all adjectives from different adhyayas, we'll get a better picture about Atreya. And It might be possible that as per Adhyaya, the adjective is given. That is very clear. So we may try to get meaning from that. That should be fine. Kapavatatmako eto. These are basically kapavatatmaka. So the making of it is kapavatatmaka. Pittasthana samudbhavo, but originating from Pittasthana. So Pitta is involved in a different way because the sthana is Pitta. Hridayasya rasadinam dhatunan cha upashoshana. And they do upashoshana of Hridaya and rasadi dhatu. Tasmat sadharanam etau matau parama durjaya. And that is why these are too common or something like that, and are said to be very difficult to conquer. Mithyopacharatau kruddho mata ashi vishaviva. And if they are not treated properly, and then kruddha. So like ashi visha, they kill immediately. So ashi visha is snake poison. So they can kill instantaneously. पित्तस्थानसमुद्भवो इत्यनेन पित्तस्य ऊर्ध्वस्थानसम्बन्धः एव न तु वातकभवत् आरम्भकत्वम् इति दर्शयति. पित्तस्थानशब्देन आमाशयः विप्रेतः. साधारणमिति प्रायस्तुल्यचिकित्स्यत्वात्. आशिविषविव दृष्टिनिश्वासविषसर्पाविव. दृष्टि and निश्वास. नित्योपरितः अन्योपि रोगो हन्ति तत् इह आशिविषदृष्टान्तेन मिथ्योपचारे सति शीघ्रहन्तत्वम् आह. Now, she said pittasya urdhvasthana sambandha eva. Adhava amashaya and urdhva amashaya, these are two sthanas, and this is urdhva amashaya, that is pittasthana or something like that. Vagbhata has said in Shvasa particularly that amashaya samudbhavam. It is amashaya samudbhava. Shvasa is something like that. And it's only the origin of the disease is there, but the nature of the disease is vata kapatmaka or something like that. So basically it is made from kapha and vata, but arising from pitta sana. So this is something little strange. And amashaya is said to be the site. And that is why Vamana Chikitsa is blissful in, of course, Tamaka Shvasa or Shodra Shvasa. And to a certain extent, even in Hikka. Actually, the Gambhira Hikka is more seen, but other Hikkas are not that common, something like that. Sadharanaviti prayastulya chikitsyatvat. So those have common treatment. Ashi visha viva drushti nishvasa visha sarpa viva. Now this is something strange. Varamashi visha visham. So in first chapter, he says about Suvaidya and Kuvaidya, not to take any treatment from Kuvaidya. Therein he says about this Ashivisha. So Ashivisha is better than taking treatment from Kuvaidya or Vaidyamani or something like that. And Drushti and Nishvasa. So just by seeing, it can cause poison. Just by Nishvasa. Now Nishvasa is generally breathing in. And here might be Uchvasa is expected. So they have poison in their Drushti and Nishvasa, Vishasarpa. So these are poisonous snakes. Mithyoparitah anyopi rogo hanti. And Nityopacharitah, it should be like that. Mithyoparitah is not proper. So any disease not treated properly can kill. तदिह आशीविषदृष्टान्तेन मिथ्योपचारे सति शीघ्रान्तत्वम्. So it immediately or instantaneously kills or something like that. Now there are 2-3 aspects in this so-called samprapti or something like that, or the nature of the disease. One thing is this is kapha-vatatmaka. Again in this may not be called as samsarga really speaking, but it is the nature of the disease that it is kapha-vatatmaka, and importance is given to kapha and then vata or something like that. एते ही कफ समृद्ध गतिमार्ग प्रकोपजाः, something like that. So further they are going to say about mashi sankalpana and tasmat tad deya lehana nishkape. In nishkafa avastha leha should not be given. That is what they say. उच्छ्वास समजू शकते पण दृष्टी द्वारे विष कसे बाहेर पडत असेल. Difficult to say. Mayura and the peacock and the snake are opposite to each other, and Mayura has capacity that it can nullify poison just by drushti. Tadrushtya mandatejo bhavet visham, that has been said about Mayura. And since these are opposite to each other, it might be that just by seeing it can cause poison or something like that. There might be some research done on nazar or drishti or something like that. It is not explainable, but we say that nazar लागली or drishta लागली and त्याची nazar चांगली नव्हती, something like that. So it means that it has some peculiar effect or something like that. And the manasa bhava is expressed through netra, eyes. And it can be karunardra mind, and you can see it in eyes. It can be krodhi or angry mind, and you can see through eyes. And it can be this thinking of destroying somebody, killing somebody, that kind of thing, and that is also seen through the eyes. So this is something different, and when we try to understand nazar lagane, drushta lagane or something like that, and there is a concept of drushta kadne, so we have kind of nirajana kind of thing, and taking the evil spirit out or something like that. And it works in certain patients. So particularly in children, this is very common. So we may have to think about this. And Kolhatkar sir once had said about this Chaya and Prabha, Bha Prakrushta Prakashate or something like that. It's a kind of Teja. And it has been said that Jawaharlal Nehru and Mahatma Gandhi. Jawaharlal Nehru was not in tune with Mahatma Gandhi for many things. he decided at home that I will oppose Mahatma Gandhi today and I will not accept what he is saying. But whenever he is in front of him, he would just say, yes, I will do it and follow it. So it was the Prabhava of Mahatma Gandhi. And Politker sir said that this is due to this Prabha. Prabha and Prabhava, these are two associated words or something like that. So there can be influences like this, and only by seeing one can control or something like that. In the picture, do aankhein bara haath. So these are two eyes only, which were controlling these six people. So no doubt, eyes have a very good power, and in this Ashivisha particularly, or snake, this might be one of the things. Anyway, hृदयस्य रसादीनां धातूनां च उपशोषणम्. So these are upashoshana, doing upashoshana of hridaya and rasadi dhatus both. Now this aspect is not taken into account even by Vaidyas, and while treating Ika and Shvasa or something like that. What does it really mean? That is another issue. But Upashoshana of Hridaya or something, we have cardiomegaly, we don't have shrinking of heart. I have not seen or heard of it, shrinking of heart, or drying of heart or something like that. Dhatunam Upashoshanam we can understand, but I have not seen or I have not heard of Hridayopashosha or something like that. But it might be possible. And generally, what happens whenever there are patients with Shwasa, bronchial asthma, and associated with cardiac, so cardiac kind of Shwasa breathlessness, this one has to identify, and it can be confusing. That is, particularly when a patient is having Tamaka Shwasa and he gets heart attack, then it might become difficult to understand whether it is bronchial or it is cardiac or something like that. रसवीर्य प्रभाव मधील द्रव्य प्रभाव पण अशा पद्धतीने काहीसा काम करत असावा का म्हणून अचिंत्य सांगितला असावा. Now they have said it achintya in a different way. So what is natural that we can't think about? I have said about this long back, but maybe I repeat it. I was teaching Charaka, and one of our students, this same Rasavirya Vipak Prabhav, this topic was going on, and he said that this is escapism. Prabhava is escapism. Because they didn't understand how it works, so they said that it is Prabhava, which is unexplainable or something like that. So I said, why do you say like that? Then he said, Haritaki is said to be having Virechana as Prabhava. And now it has been analyzed, and they found one alkaloid which is present in Haritaki, and that causes Virechana. So they didn't know about that. So they said that Haritaki is Virechana. And when Haritaki is cooked, this alkaloid is lost. So Svinna Sangrahini Prokta, it doesn't cause Virechana. On the contrary, it is Sangrahini when it is cooked. So I said, okay, and I don't see any fault in this. So that is fine that it has alkaloid which was not known at that time, and they just attributed it to Haritaki. And when that is lost, then it doesn't produce virechana. That is fine. Why that alkaloid has this capacity to make virechana? He was upset. The student who asked the question. I said logically there are two ways, like what we talked about earlier. Either that alkaloid itself is creating virechana, or there is some ingredient in the alkaloid that creates virechana. But ultimately one has to go to the Panchamahabhutas. The Prithvi and Jala Mahabhuta will be have a tendency to go down and have Durvam Urdhvam Tatra Prayagni Pavanatkatam Adagami Bhuvishtam Bhumito Evanatitam something. It has Guru Guna, and so it has a tendency. Why it has a Guru Guna? It has. there is there is no question about this. So why oxygen supports burning and why nitrogen doesn't support burning? It is its nature. Or on the contrary, we can say that one which supports burning is oxygen, it's called as oxygen. And one which does not support burning is inert, it's called as nitrogen. But these are basic facts. These are unquestionable. This is so. There is one Ashokavanika Nyaya that why Sita was kept in Ashokavana. So the answer is if she would have been kept in Amravana, you would have asked why she was kept in Amravana. So there is no logic in this. The only thing is she was kept somewhere. He found Ashokavana to be good for that. Convenient. And so kept her there or something like that. Now anybody can start thinking that Ashokavana is Gatashoka, she becomes Gatashoka or something like that. And she's going to meet her husband, etc. etc. According to Ayurveda, in Sharirasthana, Rudaya means the area between Amashaya Sthana and Rudayam, that is Rudaya Amashaya Sthanantara Madhya Pradesh. Hence, here maybe Rudaya means this area. That is quite possible. But there are controversies about this and what is exactly Amashaya, etc. But let me come back to this particular thing that Prabhava is something which is unquestionable because it is the natural property. So ultimately we have to come down at Pancha Mahabhutas, or in Sankhya philosophy we have to come down to Sattva and Tamas. Why Sattva is Laghu Prakashaka? It is like that. Why is Tama Avaraka? It is like that. Why is sun hot and why is moon cold? No answer. No, nobody can answer it. So this is something associated with that. We can reach for a cause effect relationship up to a certain level. Thereafter, we just accept that this is this. Understanding that is fine. When we come to Karya Dravyas and combinations, sanyoga, samskara, etc., then we have some explanation that due to this has happened. Sanyoga is viruddha, Sanyoga is good, or something like that. Or this particular samskara is good. But when it comes to the original properties, now this is not possible. Why aspirin has antipyretic and sweat producing analgesic action? Yes. If we are going to analyze it and come out that this particular portion of aspirin is responsible for this action. Again, why that? So ultimately you will come to elements. Oxygen is like this, nitrogen is like this, or sodium is like this, and chloride is like this, or NaCl is like this, or something like that. Now this is very strange. There is absolutely no inheritance of properties in salt, NaCl. It doesn't carry the properties of sodium, it doesn't carry the properties of chloride. The altogether new thing arising from that. So this is Arambhavad, really speaking, or something. Karya is different from the Karana. But still there is existence of Satkaryavad as well, or something like that. And we may reach up to the level of Panchamahabhutas or beyond that, Sattva Tamas. Then nothing. Or you reach Brahma Tattva. In Vedanta philosophy. तस्माद् वा एतस्माद् ब्रह्मणा आकाशः सम्भूतः आकाशात् वायु etc. etc. Amasha is between Hridaya and Sthana area. Ashita Khadita Pitam. That is true, but that is another issue. So, Prabhava, all started with Prabhava. And that is not explainable. This kind of Prabhava is not explainable. But anyway, we have to think about this. It started with Drishti Visha, and then Prabhava, and then Prabha, and whether Prabhava is something like that. And what is Hridaya? So, the Amasha and Sthana, it is in between Amasha and Sthana. And this might not be the heart that is explained in modern anatomy. This might be something different that is also possible. But we have to collect all the references. And Amashaya Dwaram. So it's an entry to Amashaya, Hridaya. And that is still required to be explained. How it is said that it is Amashaya Dwaram or something like that. So the effect of the food on the mind is most. No, I know that reference. Stanora Kashta Koshta Madhyagam or something like that. Ashtanga Hridaya Sharira Sthana or something. Sattvadidhama Hridayam. Stanora Koshta Madhyagam. So it is definitely in the chest or something. But still, anatomically it is very difficult to define whether it is today's heart or not. And what is meant by Hridayopashoshana? Hridayasya rasadinam dhatunancha upashoshana. Further he is going to say that sarvesham bruhane helpa shakyascha prayasho bhave. Bruhana is the treatment. Natyartham shamane payo vrisho shakyascha karshane. So if we do more apatarpana or something like that, then this is upashoshana of hridaya and rasadi dhatu. So it literally becomes incurable, particularly. So we need to remember this all the time, that it is upashoshana of hridaya and rasadi dhatus. And so while giving treatment, this point has to be borne in mind, that it might affect adversely if we do karshana or something like that, or apatarpana, too much of apatarpana, then this might be taking us to incurable stage. I remember one case, was just staying upstairs in our Sadashipet clinic, mother of my student, and she used to have tamakashwasa and used to get medicines from time to time. It so happened that it was around 8 o'clock at night. Student came and said that she is having tamakashwasa and not getting relieved. So we tried with tamakashwasa medicines. It didn't help. And then I examined her. In the meantime, she had vomiting. And even after this expelling kapha, she was not relieved. So, and she was sitting all the time, not sleeping. So I said, better to get ECG done. And we did the ECG at 10:30 in the night. And then it was found that she is having heart attack. So she was admitted in hospital. She didn't survive. She died in 2-3 days after that. Age was around 65, 70 plus or something. But most important factor over here, that generally nishtuyutante kshanam sukhi. This is when the kapha is spitted out, they are relieved. And even after vomiting kapha, there was no relief. And she was feeling better, but by sitting. So these are confusing symptoms. Asino labhate saukhyam. This was not there. But Nishtuyata Antekshanam Sukhi was also not there. And then, and she was not getting relieved with routine medicines for Tamakashwasa. So I decided to go for ECG. And it showed that she has myocardial infarction. And she was admitted immediately in ICU. Anyway, this is long backstory. But things can be like this, and then it is very difficult to make a judgment, proper judgment, and whether it is Rudroga or it is Tamakashwasa, and how to deal with it, something like that. So this can be pranahara in such a situation. पृथक पंचविधौ एतौ निर्दिष्टौ रोगसंग्रहे तयोः शृणुसमुत्थानं लिङ्गं च सविषक्तम्. So these are of 5 types each one. Nirdishta Roga Sangraha, and this has been mentioned in Roga Sangraha 19th chapter in Sutrasthana. Tayashrana Samuttanam Lingam cha Sapvishajita. So I will explain the causative factors, the lakshana, and the treatment of both these diseases. Rajasa Dhuma Vatabhyam Shetasthanaambu Shaivanat Vyayamad Gramya Dharmadva Rukshanna Vishamashana. So Rajasa, first thing is Dili or something like that. Dhuma Vatabhyam, and Dhuma and Vata. Shetasthana Ambu Sevanat. Shetasthana and Ambu Sevanat. So it might be Shita Ambu. That is also possible. Vyayamat Gramya Dharmat. So Vyayama Maithuna. Adva Ruksha Anna Vishamashanat. Adva Sevana, Rukshanna Sevana, and Vishamashana. So first initial are all bahya hetu, so to say, or viharatmaka hetu. The first thing that has been said is rajasa, so dhuli. Now in conventional medicine, this is really taken as allergic disease, and raja, dhuma, and maybe vata. Dhuma, vata, dhuma and vata together again. As I said, samasa karanam, asamasa karanam. When they do a samasa and use vivachana, then dhuma and vata have to be together or something like that. So this is considered to be as allergic as such. And I I have given one interview on allergy and Ayurveda in Marathi in the US, and that is one of the very good interviews. Hormones and Ayurveda is best among all, but allergy and Ayurveda is one of the very good interviews. So it explains about the causative factors, utpadaka hetu and vyanjaka hetu. What has happened in conventional medicine? They have given very much importance to so-called allergens, and they ask the patient to avoid them to prohibit an attack or something like that. But truly speaking, this is just Vyanjaka hetu and not really Utpadaka hetu. Only in these power mills or which are weaving mills for cotton, making cloth from cotton, there can be this tantu from this karpasa and fine particles, and that may block the lungs. That is very common or something like that. If you are having too much of the samparka and that really enters and blocks, that is another issue. But just coming in contact with dhuli and you get allergic attack. This is Vajaka hetu and not really Utpadaka hetu. Utpadaka hetu can be anything. So it might be curds, it might be pickles, it might be cold water, it might be ice creams, it might be anything else that provokes kapha dosha in the body. And there is accumulation of this kapha. And whenever there is a reason like this, say we start cleaning our house and we come in contact with dhuli, and suddenly it outbursts into attack, and patient gets attack of asthma. This is very commonly seen. We paint the body and we paint the house, and suddenly one gets attacked, or even send spray and other things. They cause attack. But basically, this doesn't happen to everybody. Only those people who have accumulated doshas in their body previously, they get this attack. So the importance should be given to both these causative factors, which are expressing factors, and also the accumulating factors, utpadaka hetu. And utpadaka hetu are never considered in conventional medicine. So they just concentrate on this. And spring qatar, or in spring season, they have this paragakana or something like that. They are spread into the atmosphere, and that causes allergy to many people. They get suffer. So basically, we need to pay attention to the utpadaka hetu, which Ayurveda has a speciality, and we can find out varieties of causative factors as such. And then we may attribute it to spring or this dhulikana, paragakana or something like that. they are causing attacks. So whether pollen grains are important or not, they are important, but more important is the utpadak hetu, which is a precipitating cause. And neglecting that won't serve the purpose or something. So there is a big difference in conventional medicine and Ayurveda. That we go to the root cause, utpadak hetu, avoid that, you expel out the dosha from the body by vamana. And since there is no accumulation in the body, nothing will be expressed. If there is nothing in the body to be expressed, what will the allergen will do? It will not have any effect like other people. Surprisingly, Kolotkar sir, H.V. Sardesai, and one homeopath, I don't remember. They were interviewed at the same time in a single interview on Akashvani long back. I had just heard it from Kolotkar sir. And everybody tries to explain about his view about Tamakashvasa. Collectors are, of course, should have explained this, I don't know. But I heard that all of them were interviewed at the same time. So, opinions from Ayurveda, allopathy, and homeopathy about bronchial asthma, etc. But this is unique approach of Ayurveda, and that is most important. So, the rajas or the dhulikarana, the dust or something like that, is a cause, but this is a vyanjaka hetu more. Dhumavata is again a cause, that is also a vyanjaka hetu. Many times it is observed that the fire brigade person, when they try to use the staircase and in an inflamed building, there have been casualties and they have died due to this smoke. And, actually, they should be provided with proper masks. They can't carry oxygen with them because it is inflammable, something like that. So proper ventilation has to be there. And fireproof wearing they should have. That is still another issue. But many times they die of these if proper precaution is not taken. So this can lead to shwasa and that can lead to death, sudden death, something like that. So dhuma and vata, this is again a combination of these two. Shitasthana ambusevana. Shitasthana and cold or moist kind of house. I remember one of my patients who came to me for this Tamakashvasa. He was getting treated by Pansalkar initially. And Pansalkar had tried many kinds of Shamana Chikitsa. But it had not really relieved him. Pansalkar had visited his house to see whether the house is dump or something like that. And when he came to me, I said, no way, you have to go for Vamana. You have already tried Shamana from my guru, so I can't go ahead of that. The only thing that remains is Vamana. He ran away, disappeared. After about 6 months, he came back. And I said, no way, if you are ready to for Vamana, then only we'll proceed, otherwise I don't want to treat you. So he was ultimately ready. And within first Vamana, he was relieved so much. So he is a regular practitioner of Vamana. Thereafter, he did Vamana every year, twice or something like that. And until now, now it has much reduced. There is no Tamakashvasa. He now suffers from Amala Pitta, really speaking. So Ch.Chi17 had diagnosed my brother as having internal allergy from liver, but he ultimately gave liberty to my mother was cured. This is really strange. I have heard this for the first time. Internal allergy from liver. I don't know whether there is a concept of internal allergy. We may consider that liver is involved and that is causing some problem that can be understood or something like that. For us, it is the digestion that ultimately helps. Now the conventional medicine is arriving at digestion. As I said, Satish Rao, for looking for this nephrology, now has arrived at or American world or today's scientists are arriving at digestion, and they say that these are the exosomes that explain that the digestion is improper, and that's the root cause for varieties of diseases, including cancer. So we may say that it is associated with digestion, not actually liver allergy. I have heard this really for the first time. रक्तपित्त श्वासकास संबंध अनेक रुग्णात रक्तपाचक चा खूप छान उपयोग झालेला आहे. मग पित्तस्थान समुद्भवो and रक्तपेन प्रभावा फुफ्फुसा. That is another issue. So it goes well with that. And वासायं विद्यमानायं आशायं जीवितस्य च विकासासे क्षयकासे किमर्थम अवसीत्. So hikka and shwasa particularly, but that is good for kapha pitta. Generally urdhva rakta pitta, if one is having kasa shwasa, then vasa is very good medicine. So, and raktapacha, as you say, that might be of help, good help. But anyway, allergy is a very big subject, and there are so many people suffering from allergies, varieties of allergies. And since we have this advantage of looking into it as utpadak hetu and vyanjak hetu, we have upper hand. And we can supersede conventional medicine in varieties of ways. So this is one of the gray areas where we need to focus. It is very difficult because people are on anti-allergic drugs. If they don't respond, then they go for steroids and they are relieved. So they are permanently patients in conventional medicine. And the steroid again causes side effects and other things. That is another issue. So how to educate people about this and how to prohibit from getting onto steroids from anti-allergic drugs. This is a major issue. And even anti-allergic drugs, urticaria patients, they find it very easy to have one's Ch.Chi17 tablet or anti-allergic tablet and get relieved immediately from urticaria. Citizen get immediately relieved from allergy. So if we want to go for Vamana Virechana Rakta Mokshana, they are relieved. But still that takes a long time. And one has to go for regular continuous medicine, etc. etc. So people find it easy to be on anti-allergic drugs, and if it doesn't work, then go for steroids as such, rather than going to the root cause, avoiding the cause, and getting cured with one Mokshana like that. This is a human tendency as such, and so I also find it difficult to treat allergic urticaria. Samakashwas is handled in a better way, but this is handled in with more difficulty. Allergic urticaria is handled with more difficulty. So anyway, so this needs to be understood properly. So we conclude today and continue tomorrow with Sushruta, and then again Friday and Saturday with Charaka. आयुर्वेदः प्रकाण्डो निगदितैः हि शल्यतन्त्रप्रधानः शिष्येभ्यः शाश्वतोऽयं निखिलजनकृपा व्याप्तचित्तेन येन आयुर्वेदस्य वाञ्छन् पुनरपि भुवने तां च सुष्ठु प्रतिष्ठां श्रेष्ठं धन्वन्तरिं तं प्रणमति च सदा वैद्यवर्गो हि नूनम् वैद्यवर्गो हि नूनम्. Only one thing I would like to say that I have already opened this course on cancer, primary course. Those who have not done it before may go for it. Gadgil.com, that is the website, and it has a subscription of 4,500 rupees as such. But this is foundation course, and then I will deal with advanced course later after 3 months. So it's worthwhile to do this course and then go for advanced course. I want people to practice cancer in their clinical practice all over the world. Secondly, we are thinking about this plan of going to Konkan area in February, but unfortunately, I blocked my fourth Saturday Sunday. So whether it is possible to go on last 3 days, which is 26, 27, and 28 of February, is Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Just think over this. And also we need to understand the water problem. If the water problem is solved, then only we'll go for that. That is another issue. But I will come to know about that in the future. So just think over this and we continue. And anyway, I'm coming tomorrow to Lokmanya.